Okay, I'll do California Man.
And Novogratz, because he's your boy.
Boy!
Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host, Size Chad. Size Chad, how you doing today, buddy?
The real Size Chad. Doing pretty good, man. You know, just chilling out on a Thursday, I want to say. Morning? Is it Thursday today?
Yes, it is.
Probably.
Thursday morning.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really... I made a bad decision last night before going to bed.
Uh-oh.
And ate some cookie dough ice cream.
Oh, so serious Size Chad stuff.
I mean, yeah, you know, getting that slab of marble, you know, ready.
Slab of marble swirl ice cream.
That's right. But it gave me, like, I don't know, are you like a big dreamer guy? Like, do you get a lot of dreams when you sleep?
I've had dreams from time to time, yes.
I don't know if it was I'm blaming it on the ice cream, but I had like wild dreams. Like it was so real. I thought,
I'm just like imagining you and like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory now, like.
But this wasn't like the problem with this one. It was
Augustus Gloop.
Oh, the chocolate river.
Exactly.
But this was like just like it felt like just like I was transported into another like life. Like it was still me.
Wow.
It was still me. It was so there was no, you know, in most dreams like something weird, like there's always like a weirdness in the, you know, kind of permeating through the dream where you kind of know that it's not real. This had none of that. It just felt normal. And I woke up and like not a panic attack, but like when I woke up, I like kind of jumped out of bed a little bit. I was just like, "Whoa, that was a little too intense for me." And I'm a guy that does a lot of psychedelic drugs, and that was pretty intense.
That's
so
funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't eat cookie dough ice cream prior to going to bed.
So is that scientifically proven now, or
I'm pretty
science?
Sure.
Couldn't have been anything else. Had to be the cookie dough.
It had to be the cookie dough. I mean, it was cannabis infused cookie dough ice cream, but
well, come on.
No, I'm just joking. It was just regular cookie dough ice cream.
That's funny. Oh man. So, you know, you're freaking out in your dreams. I'm pretty tired today. I have no idea why, but maybe I didn't dream enough. People have said I'm a dreamer, so I'm not sure. But, you know, Actually, this is the first week in quite some time that we haven't had just like violent, crazy market swings.
No.
So like we're, you know, right now we're sitting at time of recording $38,704.30. So that is minus 1.5% on the 7 days. So since we last recorded, pretty much the same. So, you know, we're pretty even on where we were last time we recorded. Ethereum down 2.5% in the last 7 days, but it's still hanging around 28.15. Binance up 10% at 417. Wow, okay, that little recovery there. Cardano up 3%, Doge up 14%, Ripple flat, Polkadot up 10%, Uniswap down 4%, and our great friend Internet Computer down 21%. So pretty flat. Couple of spots in the top 10 that have popped. Nothing, I don't think, too outrageous. What are your current feelings? I don't think we've seen like these crazy altcoin moves that we've thought we might see with Chop. Like, you know, how's your portfolio looking?
I'm just taking a look now. So over the past week, my portfolio versus Bitcoin, so like in Bitcoin value, is up about 3.5%. So just that's kind of, and that's what I've been feeling, kind of just like a slow, steady incline over the last 6 or 7 days. USD about flat. About flat. I'm down 0.24%. So we'll call that flat.
I mean, that's about as flat as you can get.
That's it, man. So it's I feel okay. Flat is good because you're printing support, I think. So ideally we don't nosedive from here, but it seems to be holding pretty strong. We haven't made, what I'm looking for are like attempts that fail, and we really haven't made any attempts. We just kind of been trucking along a little bit, chopping along. So once we see a real attempt to go upwards, let's see, we'll see what happens there. If it fails, like again, I'm thinking that 42,000 is the magic number for Bitcoin, and that will dictate everything else. But if we kind of chop between that 42,000 and that 33,000, I think that could be good for alts. Maybe I think that could be okay. But I'm looking for a move at this point, and to see how it reacts. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So let's say on your confidence scale, where are you?
I'm like maybe like 1. Like if we're doing out of 10, last week we'll say last week I was a 4. This week I might be a 5. You know what I mean? I'd say we're just 1 point higher than last week. A little bit more confident.
So as the chop gets just a little better, you're getting a little more confident here. Right.
I think chop after a big move up is different than chop after a big move down.
How so? What do you mean?
So I think chop on a big move up. So say you make a big move up, like we went up to 65K, and that's what happened, right? We chopped a little bit, and we went down hard, and now we're chopping again. So I think there's more, and I might be completely wrong on this. In my heart, in my gut, I feel chop.
In your gut, full of cookie dough.
Full of cookie dough hallucinogens. Chop on a move up makes me a bit more nervous for a big move down or a move down. Chop after a move down makes me hopeful for a move up. But
sure,
again,
I get that.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that makes sense. So just to go back to last week, we were debating here on, price action, what we thought might come first, blah, blah, blah. So we put out a poll. What will Bitcoin hit first? 13,000 or 150,000? So we have the results here. First of all, we got 111 votes on this poll, so that's probably
awful.
more than we've ever done in a poll that wasn't March Madness related. So we got some pretty good sample size here as far as what people's opinion might be. A staggering 70% of the people say that Bitcoin will hit 150,000 before it will hit 13,000.
Wow.
I saw that you voted 13,000.
Dump it.
It's funny. I think I also voted 13,000. So, our results are in the 13,000 camp.
I'm looking at the chart, and man, 13,000 is such a move down. Like I'm getting anxiety just looking at where 13,000 is on the chart.
150K is like a 4x. So.
It is a 4x.
Like 5x almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy. But the global market cap for crypto. Any guesses? Currently,
are we back over 2 trillion?
No.
Okay, good. That's a scary number.
1.8 trillion, a 2.5% increase over the last 24 hours. So we're in the midst of a little bit of a bounce. I think today specifically, things are up a decent percent. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's up 2.5%. Ethereum, 1.5. So things maybe we'll have a green weekend.
My Solana bags are looking all right. Solana BTC's up 10.5%, signaling Solana summer.
I gotta get my tweets out about Solana Summer because I have all this stuff they sent me, and I haven't tweeted about it yet. But all of it's really great, quite honestly.
So did I tell you I got my Solana stuff?
No, you did not.
So I ordered tons of stuff online. So when stuff comes to my house, it sometimes is a mystery of what I'm getting. Because last week I got a package, and it was like a little. I ordered some like flip flops for my kids online. So I kind of thought that's what it was. And as I open it, I see on the tag on the shipping label it says Chamber REKT, and I'm like, oh. Interesting. Okay, that's me. And I open it up, and it's a Solana, grocery bag. You know what I mean, like a reusable bag. And that's all it was. And I'm like, did Solana just send me an empty bag? And I could not stop laughing. I thought it was literally the funniest thing in the world. So yeah, essentially, just I thought there'd be stuff in it. But there wasn't. It was just this empty bag of nothingness, just an empty bag of nothingness that represented my Solana bags. That's literally all I got.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So just I'm like, what is this? Some sort of freaking sign from the Solana gods?
Dump it.
Dump it all, man. So I'm happy to hear you got yours in waves.
None of mine were empty though.
None of your, like, did you get a duffel? Like, did you get that grocery bag or whatever?
I did get the
bag?
grocery. I did. It was a separate. It was separate.
So it was separate. So that's what I got. So I was.
There was
thinking,
nothing in it.
In my mind, what you received was that bag
full of stuff. Yeah, no.
Filled to the brim of swag, and I just got this empty thing.
No.
It makes me a little happier.
No, you're good. So look at you. You're now a full-fledged influencer. Welcome to the club. And you get one tote bag for your effort.
One little tote.
Shall we get to the... Well, wait a second. Is there anything else going on in the past week? Like, I feel like I feel like it's been kind of a slow week.
It really has. I mean, the only really thing that's happening right now...
Are you in Miami?
I am not in Miami.
What would it take you to go to a conference like this?
I mean,
like if somebody said, "Hey, you guys can go do a live podcast and we'll pay for your flight," would you go?
No, they'd have to pay for everything. like full flights, hotels.
I'd go. I'd go for that.
Three changes of clothes per day just from the humidity. Like, I don't want to go to Florida. But yeah, no, there's other ones I would go to prior to before Miami. I'm just, I'm not built for Miami.
Me either. Me and humidity don't get along.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be me either.
But that being said, they have those Cuban sandwiches in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Maybe 1 second. If you could give me unlimited Cubanos.
Okay, so wait a second. Forget the hotel.
Yeah,
you get free flight and unlimited Cuban sandwiches. You going?
I'm there. 100% going.
You are the true size, Chad. Speaking of, how's your weight loss journey coming?
It's going, man. I was plugging in some numbers. I think I'm pre-pandemic weight now.
Your weight is so high up there that you need a data scientist? What do you mean plugging in numbers? You just get on a scale and figure out what you weigh.
I track my weight, right? So I track my weight in an app.
Yeah.
So I'm pre-pandemic weight.
Wow, that's great. That means you probably have lost like 20 pounds, no?
Like probably 14 pounds.
Look at you. Oh my God. You won't be a size Chad for long.
No, I'll be a twink Chad.
You'll be that. You used to be that muscle-bound freak you see before you.
Just a tiny little twink.
Tiny as a postage stamp.
That's right.
Man. That's an Always Sunny reference for any of our new listeners. That is our favorite show. So, all right. Well, then let's get into some news here. So let's get to the news. All right, I will start us off here. This is a news story here that is crossing over both of our worlds. Me being the big NFT guy lately, you being the big Samcoin Solana guy. So just this morning, our Yogita Khatri, our very own from the block, wrote an article about FTX, and the crypto exchange FTX launches NFT marketplace. Very interesting. So they've launched a marketplace for trading NFTs, and the platform is hosted on the main FTX exchange and the FTX.US exchange website. So that means I can use it, which is pretty cool. There's apparently a number of NFTs already listed on the marketplace, which is pretty cool. They're one of the newest ones to launch, so there's been a bunch of these popping up lately. But they can now buy, sell, hold NFTs. They'll soon be able to withdraw the tokens to their personal wallets, which is cool. So maybe you'll start. I wonder if you could mint on them. So you might start seeing people minting on FTX.
But if that happens, get out. Like it's over. It's over if it happens. It's completely over. Sam becomes president of the world. And ideally I become a land baron in his in his worldly property.
Are you gonna start getting hardcore core into NFTs if this is the case?
Probably not. I feel like I'm in NFTs the amount that I want to be in.
Yeah, I would say you're
I'm a good amount in.
Honestly, I'm impressed with you. You've embraced it more than I thought you would, quite honestly. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like to have fun, and it seems a lot of fun is happening in the NFT space.
See, that's why I like it. It's fun. Like I don't have to worry about somebody bitching about a chart every day. Like,
oh my goodness, yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, to each.
But that's kind of what we talk about too, right? Like when we say, being in crypto, it's not just Bitcoin and reading charts. I mean, it is for some people. But I mean, there's so many like new things that come about and so many new trends. It's fun to participate in all of them, and a lot of people kind of stop at a certain point where either they made some money and then they just kind of set up shop there and don't expand afterwards. And I think it's a good idea to just kind of like whatever the new I'll get into whatever the new thing is. Just to see what it's all about, and sometimes it works out well, and sometimes it really doesn't. And but I think it's a good idea to keep your opportunities open,
and your wallet,
All
right, what do you got?
All right, I got. So there's a guy in California. I love a good crime story. So a California man sentenced to 2 years in prison for operating a Bitcoin transmission business. So this guy, I want to say his name's Kais Mohammed. It's Kais. I don't know how you would pronounce that.
That's what I would say.
37-year-old man from Yorba Linda, California. I don't know where that is. Yorba Linda, California. But he was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for allegedly illegally operating a Bitcoin-based money transmission business. So, I mean, long story short, he had some Bitcoin ATMs throughout the state. I think he had up to 17. And a lot of these Bitcoin ATMs, they're asking for some KYC. Some sort of KYC, either driver's license, that kind of thing. And his did not require that. So he kind of knew the kind of people that were maybe laundering money through his ATMs. And he unfortunately got pinched for it. So he allegedly exchanged between 15 million and 25 million through his money transmission business. And he had to give up 17 ATMs, as I said, 18.4 Bitcoin, and I know, and 222 Ethereum during the investigation.
Wow.
So
this is basically going because he essentially didn't follow AML laws, and
correct.
He was taking people's money, like he just wasn't following.
Turning a blind eye to possible illegal activity.
Got it, but he wasn't stealing from people.
No,
he was just
no,
he just was illegal transmission.
Correct. Yeah, I feel these news articles always kind of make the person out to be,
I mean, this is highly illegal, but it's like
very illegal. I mean, but illegal in a Robin Hood sort of way. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he's a bad guy, but not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Who knows? Maybe he was part of the laundering of money. So
something tells me probably was
right. So it said he knew his clients were sometimes funds were obtained through illicit means. Or used in illicit dark web activity, but did not report it. So nor did he register his business with the FinCEN.
That's a big problem too, right?
Yeah, I mean, just probably, not good. That's gonna suck for that guy. So I think what hurts more is this. You got to give up all the ATMs and
that's rough, man.
All of his coins,
That's rough.
All right, I got another one here about Google. So Google is revamping its ad policy for crypto exchanges and wallets. So we were actually just talking about this before the show about if we'd ever tried, doing some Facebook ads for a REKT podcast, and we've had issues in the past where because it was related to cryptocurrency, they wouldn't approve our ads. So Google here expanding the scope of its crypto related advertisement policy in the latest development in a year-long back and forth about it. So basically they are now allowing it for exchanges if, speaking of, the wallets need to be registered with FinCEN as a money services business and at least one state as a money transmitter or federally state chartered bank entity. They also need to comply with any relevant legal requirements, with AML and all that kind of stuff. So pretty much what we just talked about, right? So same.
So are they going? So back
they wouldn't
and forth?
be. They wouldn't be They wouldn't allow this guy Hero Coin to use Google ads, right?
Now, are they going, when you say back and forth, are they just kind of going back and forth internally, or it sounds like it, right? More of like a...
Yeah, I mean, it says here in March 2018, Google made waves when it banned crypto advertising from its search engine.
I wonder if NFTs get affected in the same... I would probably imagine they do, right? Like, I don't see a lot of NFT advertising on Google. Probably fall within that same scope. What up, T?
I'm fucking angry.
What's that? I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. I don't think it's not my internet connection. It's not like I have full strength.
I keep looking down on mine. I'm like, I don't see any issue here.
Yeah. All right, ask me about NFTs again before I throw something.
Okay.
Clip that. Clip that for the intro.
I can't move. I can only do it at the start. So if we said at the start, I can clip. Dang. I can't move. I can't cut and move stuff back.
Dang.
But I'll keep
all
doing
right, good.
I wonder if NFTs are being treated the same way as exchanges and other crypto related products.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer. What would your thought be? I feel like NFTs are kind of like what crypto was in 2017, where now they're getting popular, but there's little to no guidance on how there should be taxed or what the impact of that kind of stuff is. So because if it's being classified as art, like that's the wild west.
Right. You can do kind of whatever you want. I think art is seen as an expense on most, at least in Canada. I think in the U.S. too, right? Like if you buy something, it's seen as as a piece of art. Kind of classified as an expense on your tax report.
I think so. Here, I actually read up about this because I wanted to know if I could write off my NFTs. I think the rule is in order to be able to write off your art in the U.S. as an expense, you have to be a professional, like a full-time art dealer. Or there's one other qualification that I can't remember. And that's just me reading for 10 minutes, so I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, you got one more
I do.
story for us here?
Yeah. Future friend of the show, I wasn't sure if he was a friend of the show. Mike Novogratz. I actually, because we've done so many shows that I literally forget who we've had on sometimes.
Almost 300, or are we over?
Pretty darn close, knocking on 300. I think we're in maybe the 280s at this point. So Mike Novogratz, Cryptology, which is I guess one of his companies, invests over $100 million in crypto venture funds. So Cryptology Asset Group, an investment firm co-founded by billionaires. Oh, he's a billionaire?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, goodness. Mike Novogratz and Christian Angermayer? I don't know. Angermayer. I like it. That's a good last name. Has committed to invest $100 million in crypto-related venture funds over the next 2 years. They announced the news on Thursday. The Malta-based Cryptology said it intends to invest in first-time funds and emerging managers that are focused on blockchain and crypto-related businesses. Cryptology is listed on several German stock exchanges, including Börse Düsseldorf, Getex, and Tradergate. I think it's just Tradergate.
I actually think it's what you said.
I love the Germans. They have the most romantic
You've
language.
been very offensive to Germans at least twice in this podcast already.
Twice?
Yeah, right in the beginning. Right in the beginning, you did you did some like shitty offensive German accent.
I did Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's exactly.
Hello, I am Augustus.
Yes, you've twice offended Germans today.
I apologize to my German brothers and sisters. Quote:
We're not very big in Germany, mostly
not
because
huge.
Mostly because Germans don't have a sense of humor.
That is, I mean, that's just a fact at this point. That's just a scientific fact. So the quote here: "We are at the very beginning of the crypto revolution, and we strive to become one of the leading global investors in the very nascent asset class," said Angermayer. Founded in 2018, Cryptology has $548 million in assets, and its portfolio includes firms such as Block One and Northern Data. So it's it's $100 million.
That's a lot. They said we're at the very beginning of the crypto revolution. Wow, how close to the beginning are we?
I mean, I guess still in the beginning. Like if you really think about it,
So I'll never forget this because we were talking about speaking of guests, one of our I think most influential episodes to me was when we had I forget his name.
I know who you're talking about too. What's his name? Oh, shit.
Well,
we're getting old.
We're gonna have to cut this part out.
No, we're gonna keep it. We're talking about Pomp's partner.
Yeah, what the heck is his name? Why can't I think of it?
I think I get him and Mike Novogratz confused. I think that's why.
Well,
they don't look alike.
No, not at all. And I can't remember his name for the life of me. Anyway,
you know who we're talking about.
When we had him on, and he was talking about the cycles of technology and every 4 years, and basically he said now to 2024 is when you're going to see this gigantic boom and wealth transfer, and this is the year of the the crypto boom, or these are the crypto boom years, right? So
I see.
I've always had 2024 in the back of my head from that episode, actually. So
there you go. And it's only 2021.
I know.
We're midway, and so lots of time left.
I know. So I mean, still early, right?
Yep. I don't know. I think, I still think
he's also on record, I think, saying that he, Bitcoin to 500K, I think, too.
And I don't think that's wrong either. I mean, as long as, I don't know, what do you think could stop Bitcoin, really? I mean, in my mind, it's literally just all the countries in the world saying no. You know what I mean? Like could that happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know if that matters, if it does happen.
I don't. I think it would matter because then you don't have the. If all the countries of the world said no, then you wouldn't have the institutional money. You wouldn't have
institutional money.
Right. You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't, and then the regular person, like you and I, might still be into crypto, but
Right,
you know,
right.
the moms and the dads out there that don't feel like breaking the law or whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
However they see it, may not
I
want
like
to
how
participate.
you just painted us like these big bad law.
Bad.
We break laws.
With our leather jackets and our bandanas.
I'm gonna go graffiti this corner. Yeah. Hashtag Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Basically, that's us in a nutshell.
This show is terrible today.
It's just all just bad. All
Not
over
one
the
of our
place.
best episodes, I
It's
gotta
okay.
say. But
It's okay.
it is what it is. At
Good
least
thing
we're-
we have all these new listeners.
At least we're honest with ourselves,
Yeah,
come back next week,
It'll probably be better.
Probably. I mean, I think there's a good chance. We need action. We can't, we're wartime generals here.
That's right. We are
All right.
wartime generals.
So I think that's the end of our news, correct?
Yeah, I would agree.
Let's get to something a little more close to what we actually know about, and that's tweeting. We're gonna
know
play.
about tweeting.
We're gonna play Defend That Tweet.
The defense is not back, Mom.
Hey, just get our energy going at the defensive end. Keep playing defense.
So yesterday you tweeted, speaking of Miami, you tweeted, imagine the smell in Miami right now. Defend that tweet.
That's a funny tweet. I feel like some people may have found it offensive, but I was specifically speaking about all those nerds at the Bitcoin conference.
Oh, how unoffensive is that?
Those nerds at the Bitcoin conference. And I imagine the smell being, like what you're, I don't know, like imagine a little nerd's office, the guy sleeping, staying in his mom's basement.
Is that what you think we are?
Yeah, no, I'm literally in a basement and there's a mom upstairs. Not my mom, but it's close enough. And I mean, it just smells like old Yoo-hoo, and shame and sweat. Now multiply that by like 1,000. And that's what Miami smells like. You ever been to a convention? And that's, like one of those nerd conventions? I've never been, but I hear the smell is atrocious.
Oh my God, you are offensive. Offending the Germans, nerds, everywhere.
Yeah, nerd. Don't even get me started on German nerds.
Meanwhile, you're in your leather jacket, graffitiing
with my pit viper sunglasses on right now.
Yeah, by the way, they look great. Those pit vipers.
You need I gotta get you a pair.
I need a pair. I almost bought some the other day, but
I'll send you a link for a good deal.
All right, so that was as offensive as you intended it to be.
Yes,
then.
absolutely.
So, okay, there you go. We've got another one here from 5/31. So this, I guess, was Labor Day, or sorry, Memorial Day.
Oh, you guys had a
we had Memorial Day.
Yeah, I had the Monday prior off.
Just went for a bike ride for the first time in 5 years, and then you posted like kind of a heart attack gif. Tell us about your bike.
Woo! So I got a bike at the end of last year, so like in the fall of last year, and I think I took it out for a quick little jaunt just to see how gears worked. Like, I don't know, it's been a while since I used gears. And these look new. Like, these look like 2020 gears. So I don't even think I broke a sweat when I took it out last year. And then I put it in the shed, and I did not take it out until last week. So I got a helmet. I'm like, I'm going to give it a go today. And I probably did maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to I'll convert it to miles. I probably did like 3 kilometers, which is probably like 2 miles, I think, give or take. And I was blowing magma out of my lungs. My head felt like it was going to explode in this fucking red helmet of mine. And as I got off the bike, because I put the bike away, and I go in through my backyard, and I go down some steps into kind of like a mud room. I think that's what people call it, but basically it's kind of like the back entrance to the house that goes into the basement. And I'm walking down these cement stairs into like the mudroom of the basement, and my legs are like spaghetti noodles. I thought I was gonna fall and crash. I couldn't keep my legs straight. So I finally get down, and I just kind of put myself up against the washer and dryer and just kind of stay there.
This is like a 3-mile bike ride.
Yeah, I was dead.
Like 3 miles on a bike is
nothing. I may have been gone for 15 minutes. I don't know. Maybe 20, but maybe, yeah, it wasn't very long. I would say just shy of 20 minutes.
Oh, boy.
I was gassed.
That is funny.
Yeah. It was,
that got 10 likes because I guess people can relate.
Yeah, it's the pain was real.
I understand. I feel you. All right, I got one more here. By the way, I think my wife. This is we're working on this, so this might be for next show. I think my wife might be getting trolled on Instagram by a fake BitLord account.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so she texted me the other day. She's a screenshot. She's like, "Do you know this person?" And it was BitLord on Instagram, and it's got like 28,000 followers or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, we've had him on our show." And I guess he followed her, and her her Instagram name is like Mrs. Bunchu. So like, was like maybe that's why.
Right.
And then he DM'd her, and it was like, hey, are you in on the crypto revolution? Which is just screams like the typical scammer type of intro. And so I think she's been playing like back and forth with him. So we're waiting for the conversation to develop. And if
interesting.
If it does, I will read the whole thing live on our next show. But I think she kind of maybe scared him off or something, but we'll see.
Imagine it's BitLord and he's just scamming people on Instagram.
That could be. Do we even know where BitLord is these
Don't
days?
get me started on Australians.
Jesus. You're the worst. You're the worst.
I love my Aussie friends. The Canadians of the Southern Hemisphere, as I call them.
We've got one more here from, let's see, earlier this weekend, too. Only skinny people think In-N-Out is better than Five Guys. It's not even close. Now, before you go into this, there was FanDuel tweeted out a burger bracket.
Mm-hmm, they did.
Burger bracket. So let's go through this here. So the number one seed on the left side of this bracket is actually Shake Shack.
Which I've never had.
Shake Shack versus Dairy Queen. Who you got?
Now, honestly, Dairy Queen is I don't know about the States, but here in Canada, Dairy Queen is low-key great burger. I've never had Steak Shack, but I think Shake Shack. Shake Shack. Sorry,
You're thinking Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake. I get those two confused all the time. Shake Shack. Do they do a smash burger?
Yeah, their burgers are very good.
I like a smash burger. So I would probably go Shake Shack. But that being said, Dairy Queen quality hamburger.
Okay, so Shake Shack wins it for you. 9 versus 8. Carl's Jr. versus McDonald's.
McDonald's burgers are trash, but I love them.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Carl's Jr. has the hottest commercials. I mean, I've never had Carl's Jr. They look like they make a wild burger though. Like I'm assuming you've had Carl's Jr.?
No, I actually don't think I have had Carl's Jr. There's not a lot by me, so I would have had to go McDonald's here.
I'd probably go McDonald's as well.
Okay. In-N-Out was actually the 4 seed here, which I thought was crazy.
Honestly, I think that's accurate. I don't think it's as good as...
So, In-N-Out versus White Castle.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I have not had...
I love White Castle, but they're trash. So, like, if we're just talking quality burger, I got to go In-N-Out, but I would pick an upset here and take White Castle, quite honestly.
I haven't had White Castle. Not for a lack of trying. I have had In-N-Out. And I just
There's a White Castle in Nashville, by the way.
We're going.
When you go to Nashville.
I'm gonna go In-N-Out because it was a decent burger. It was good, and I like a secret menu option too. I think they're big on the secret menu,
The animal style.
Yeah, but I think there's like a bunch of stuff you can get, like the green chilies, like the
Probably.
yeah. It's I like the idea of that. So
And then
I'm
on
gonna
the bottom of the bracket here, so you're
you
going
got?
In-N-Out. Checkers, I've never had Checkers.
I thought Checkers was like Carl's Jr. I thought it was like the same
Probably,
thing.
but I've never had it. And then
Me neither.
Whataburger.
I've
Whataburger is good.
had one. I've had that. That is good.
All right, so the number 2 seed, Five Guys versus Fuddruckers.
I've never had Fuddruckers.
See, like Fuddruckers doesn't qualify here for me because
Isn't that just like a restaurant?
Yeah, it's more like a sit-down restaurant, but they are known for their burgers. But like, okay, we could put other burgers on here from sit-down restaurants, like, so they get disqualified for me. Even though I've been to many Fuddruckers in my time.
And never had the burger?
No, I always have a burger.
Always have the burger,
They're very
okay.
good. They're very good, but I don't think they
I've never
deserve
been
be
to a
on here.
Fuddruckers.
They're almost like extinct, I think, nowadays.
I think we have one in Toronto.
I think most
we
of
do.
them have closed around here, but there used to be one that was by my grandmother's house, so we used to go all the time. All right, so Five Guys moves on.
Obviously Five Guys.
Burger King versus Culver's. Culver's is regional. They're like Midwest-ish, and they're great. They have something
Versus
called,
Burger King?
yeah, they have something called the Butter Burger.
Oh, okay. I've been on a burger kick lately. I've been watching a billion YouTube videos. I know all about the Butter Burger. And I've never had. I think actually they brought up this chain on one of the shows I watched.
Probably.
And I'm gonna take them, even if I still haven't had.
I think it's
burger.
just a higher quality burger too.
Right.
So like
a Butter Burger.
you know, I would have
fucking
picked
kidding
if
me?
it was Culver's and McDonald's instead of Carl Jr. I would have picked Culver's. So
over
I'm gonna
Burger
pick-
King, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them over Burger King. But I'm saying even if they were on the other side and it was against
Right.
McDonald's, I'd have taken Culver's. So Culver's moves on for us. Okay, Wendy's, the 3 seed versus Steak and Shake.
To me, it's Wendy's.
Yeah, I love Wendy's. Wendy's is one of my favorites.
I think Wendy's is underappreciated.
A Dave's Classic Triple goes a long way.
That's too much. I'm fine with a double. Thank you very much.
No. You fucking go with the triple or you don't go at all.
I got the triple on your recommendation one time.
Yeah, you probably tried to ride a bike after, which is totally
Just
ill-advised.
blowing magma, man. It was that's rough. All right, what's the last one?
All right, so then we got Sonic versus Jack in the Box.
I don't think I've had either.
I'm not sure I have either. So let's go by the commercials and we'll pick Sonic.
I agree.
Okay, so the next, let's go back to the other side. We've got Shake Shack versus McDonald's.
I'll probably say Shake Shack.
Yeah, I think just quality of the burger,
haven't
if that's
had
what
it.
we're going on. Like,
Yeah.
I eat McDonald's more frequently, but that's because it's McDonald's and they're everywhere.
Right.
So I'm going Shake Shack as well. All right, then we have In-N-Out versus Whataburger.
I'm going to go... I feel Whataburger was very good, but I still want to go In-N-Out, I think, here.
Okay, then we have on the other side, Five Guys versus Culver's. That's tough.
I got to go Five Guys.
I'm gonna go Five Guys, but Culver's puts up a big fight here, I think.
I agree. That's that's at the buzzer.
Yeah, I think it is. It's one of those ones that goes to the buzzer. Then we've got Wendy's versus Sonic. I assume Wendy's moves on here.
Yeah.
Okay. So then on the other side of the bracket now we have In-N-Out versus Shake Shack, which I think is actually a pretty good matchup.
I haven't had Shake Shack, which is a problem. So I don't know how good it is.
Okay, so for this sake, we'll put
I have to go In-N-Out, yeah.
But I think I would have gone Shake Shack.
I agree. I think if I had Shake Shack, I would like it more than In-N-Out.
But for the sake of this, we'll have to go with the integrity move here that we've both had.
And
that's
Wendy's got a bad bracket. Wendy's got a bad bracket because in my mind it's Wendy's versus Five Guys.
Wow, okay. Wendy's got snubbed from the bracket. They got a bad seed.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going Five Guys. So we have gotten it down to Five Guys versus In-N-Out, which I think is what I would say a lot of people would have gotten to. However, I would have taken Shake Shack personally. Then it's Five Guys versus In-N-Out, and I think we're both picking Five Guys. Is that right?
It's not even close.
Yeah, I would agree.
Five. The only issue.
I mean,
with
first of all, there's just more guys.
There's 5 of them. There's 4 more guys.
At least.
We're not even sure if a guy works in In-N-Out. But I would say the only issue I have with Five Guys, like if it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me, to get the 10 out of 10, I can't. I don't know about the U.S., but there are 0 drive-throughs. You have to go in.
Correct.
It's a process. I have to imagine they could make that into a drive-through. But they don't.
Yeah, I think that's a pain too. Like it's a chore, like it's a event to go to.
Absolutely. You're not driving home and picking up Five Guys. You have to okay, I'm going to Five Guys. There's an hour. Like I got to drive there. It's an hour. You're killing an hour. Drive there, drive home with your Five Guys.
I just have no desire to get out of my car. Like
I agree 100%.
You know. That's my problem. I just have no desire to get out of my car.
I would have Five Guys once a week if it had a drive-through.
Maybe that's a good thing. But, oh, man. All right. I think that's going to do it for us. Strong back half of the show, you know?
Yeah.
There's just that middle lull.
Well, I'll edit it out. They won't even know. They'll think it was a 8 out of 10 episode.
Perfect. I mean, even if it's a 6, that's good. You know, as long as that's a passing grade, right?
Yeah.
But all right, go listen to this mediocre show and give us a 5-star review, please.
Yeah. Give us a more than mediocre review.
Yes, because we need it. Actually, give us a mediocre review. Just put 5 stars. I don't care.
That's right.
But we appreciate it. We are growing. We hit what, 250,000 downloads?
I know. We're knocking on 300,000 downloads as we speak, which is insane. Like that. Like you look at the number, you're like, that's a lot of downloads.
Yeah, I mean, so what? We've been doing this for 20 years.
It's still enough. It's still enough downloads. Even if we've been doing it for 20 years, it's still, you know, we'll be at do you think we'll hit 500,000 at any point? Do you think it'll die before then? I feel like 500,000 is attainable.
No, I think we'll definitely hit 500,000.
Like 1 million is.
I think 1 million.
I mean, that's no fool around.
1 million downloads, maybe. I think we'll definitely hit 500,000.
I agree. But the million would be that's the magic number. I think that's when we get T-shirts made for ourselves. My podcast got 1 million downloads.
1 million downloads. That's what it'll be. All right, that sounds good. So we've got, I don't know, do we have a guest next week? I don't know.
Possibly. Who knows?
Possibly a guest next week. So you won't have to just listen to us talk about burgers, even though that's what I really love to talk about. That's my true passion.
It really is.
That's going to do it for us. Until next time, don't get wrecked. And that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a REKT patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/REKT podcast. Don't get wrecked.